Institute for Golden Skate. I'm very thrilled to be here at the Grand Prix in Sheffield with Jimmy Ma. After your second Grand Prix this season, maybe we can start with a little bit how you feel in general about this Grand Prix season. I think the second one went a lot better than the first, so yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, it definitely could have been a lot better. I think that leading up to these two events, there were a couple of things that I could have done better in training in terms of timing and, equipment stuff.
Okay.
But I live and I learn, and
yeah.
It's a good wake-up call of what I need to do and what so moving forward, I guess it's a step in the right direction.
So you decided to continue after after the last season, where of course a lot of retirements happening. What is driving you forward? What do you want?
Well, I genuinely I do love doing the sport.
Yeah.
A lot of the kids at the rink, also who are my students,
Yeah.
they offer me a lot of support, and that's great
Yeah.
too. I have a great support system, which no matter what I did, I knew I would still be liked at least.
Yeah, you are.
So. It was more of okay, what do I want to do? How, what do I enjoy? And then I kind of I really enjoy doing this. So that's how I kind of came to that conclusion. And I started kind of thinking about programs, and I'm like, okay, creatively, I still have some things that I want to put out there. So let's get it done.
Yeah, let's talk about the programs then, because I think especially the free program comes to mind. It's something we haven't seen like this before, with the Claire de Lune at the beginning, and then it starts
it
builds up into this really modern
yeah
thing. Yeah, what can you tell about it?
So I like the program itself. I wanted Nikolai to do, because we work really well together.
Yeah.
And Nikolai Morozov.
Yeah.
But then for the choreo, I was thinking, I want something that really will get the crowd going, will hit. And obviously I've had that with short program, but I could only do that with the level step sequence.
Yeah.
With the choreo steps, I know I could do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
So I worked with Adam Blake a lot during the off season on show programs, just dancing, working on creativity. I'm like, okay, look, Adam, this is what I have in mind. Let's work on something. So we just kind of started listening to a lot of different pieces of music and choreographing, and then using that choreography to said different pieces of music. And when he put on Woodkid for me, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is the one. This is what we're gonna have this drop to. We basically took that choreo step sequence, right? We choreographed that on a Friday, Saturday, and then on Sunday I flew to Miami, and I'm like, Nikolai, this is what we have. I want to build the program around this choreo step sequence. He's like, got it. And then we did
Claire de Lune.
Yeah, no, well, we didn't think about Claire de Lune. We just did okay, let's choreograph a footwork first.
Yeah.
And we choreographed the footwork, and we're like, okay, what music works the best? And it was either Chopin or Claire de Lune.
Yeah.
And it ended up being Claire de Lune. So that's how we mixed Claire de Lune and Volcano by Woodkid.
It's definitely something really extraordinary, and I mean the audience is loving it and going with it, I think, as well as the short. Maybe a few words also about the short. What's your story behind the short this year?
So I kind of just started talking to Benoit a little bit, and then I saw what he's done with other skaters. I saw what he did with Adam, right?
Yeah.
I've seen that, and who else was it? Obviously Kaori.
Yeah.
And then there was another kid at our rink. He's a novice boy. His name is Zach, right? So he's still a novice kid. So I've known him for 2 years, and I see him improve. But I saw that program that he did, right? Obviously he still skates he's still a novice skater, but I could see, I could see the improvement just right there. So I'm like, okay. So I started chatting with Benoit, and we had a couple ideas being thrown around, But then I gave him this piece of music because I heard it in a League of Legends cinematic about a year and a half ago. And I'm like, I can make this work, maybe. Who knows? But it's back pocket, right? So I gave it to him, and I'm like, what do you think of this? He's like, we're doing this. I'm like, okay, let's go.
So you, for the free program, sorry for switching a little bit, you worked with Adam and Nikolai. Did you work with them like at the same time or like separately? And yeah, so you don't work together with them at the same time?
It's separate because Nikolai is in he's in Coral Springs, right? He's busy, and Adam is also very busy, but I normally just see him up in Boston. He's right there, right?
So you also had quite some coaching changes, and now you ended up working with Olga and Alexei in Boston. What do you like about working with them?
They understand me very well. There are times where they just don't care, and they're like, you need to be held accountable if you're skating if you wonder why you're competing like trash, it's because you're training like trash. Like you need to step it up, right? But then there are other times where it's like they could tell whether or not I'm just being lazy or I genuinely just need to take a step back, right? And they respect me enough as an adult to know the difference, right? And when I start not knowing the difference, right? When I start going off course, they will put me back onto course. And they're a very good balance between the two, because Miss Olga and I, she's like my mother. We get along sometimes a little too well, and then we also sometimes fight like mother and child. Mother and child, right? Which for me actually it gets me going, like it gets me thinking, it gets me motivated. And then there's Alexei, who is very calculated, right? Like he's that rock in your port, he's like the port in a storm. Excuse me, right? So like in competition, right? You're skating, like you're practicing not so well. You look at him, very calm. So you're calm, right? And then, were you skating well, right? You look at him. He's not hyping you. He's calm. So okay, maybe I need to take it back a couple of steps. And then in training, it's like very matter of fact, right? You want to achieve this. This is what you need to do, right? Whatever you need from me, I'll do it. But like you need to give me something, and then I'll give you something. So I respect them a lot for that.
Sounds like a perfect match.
Yes, they are very, very good with that, and I'm eternally grateful. If it honestly, like I said this before, if I didn't move to them, I would have quit at after that last Olympic cycle. But they really they inspire me, they push me, and they're very, very good influences on me.
Do you say you're not teammates also with Daniel Grassel?
Yes.
Correct. So
yes.
How's training with him?
So I haven't been able to train with him a lot because in the off season there was a lot of visas, traveling, and so we only got to really put in the past 6 months everything put together, probably 6-7 weeks together, but. Obviously, being skating with him is a completely different story. He's a young kid doing many different quads, and I feel like an old man doing 2 different max, right? But it pushes me to the limit, right? It makes me want to skate better, and obviously a lot of different training styles. But if we're talking just straight, just jumping and technicality stuff, just watching him jump is it makes me want to push myself even further.
So I hope he comes back to
it's gonna be a while, but he's gonna be back.
Sure. So you said you of course considered quitting, but you're still around, and what are your goals for this season and beyond? What do you have anything in mind, elements?
So the biggest thing is I kind of wanna rediscover the love I have for skating when I was younger. Okay. That's the main thing. because like when you start getting more experience, yeah, you're passionate about it, but you're still also very jaded. So I think I need to kind of take a step back and be like, because I have a little bit of time before the championships. So I want to take a step back and be like, okay, like why did I start this? Why did I what'll get me up in the morning? So I want to reignite that, right? Not that it isn't ignited. It's just the fact that when I see it in the kids like that I like skate with,
did you teach also?
or that I teach, it's like every single like it's like there's this glow in their eyes that I'm quite envious of, right? And even though like my body just knows what to do right now, and my mind knows what I need to do, and my heart knows what it wants to do, but like I want to find that extra spark. And with that, you know, honestly, it doesn't matter where I get to. If I go to Worlds, great. If Nationals is the limit, that's fine, right? But if I'm out there, like, it's like Keegan. Every single time he goes out there, he is looking like, even if he skates like trash, he looks like he is having the time of his life. And that's something that I'm trying to find.
So you don't know how long you'll stick around, or you have any?
Oh no, I'm committed. Like if I make the commit, I'm committed to the 3 years.
Okay.
Right.
Three.
Yeah.
26.
Yeah. It's the next 3 seasons. Excuse me, but like. But also because as an adult, right? Like there are many things in life that are just gonna be thrown at me, right? So, I am willing to walk away. It's just I am committed to the next 3 seasons after this.
That sounds great. So,
and I'm very excited.
You deliver to have the spark, so you just need to have it yourself. So let's move a little bit away from skating, because you're a very interesting guy off the ice and have many different hobbies. Any new ones? Anything? I mean.
So the biggest thing is cooking.
Oh.
Right now, the biggest thing is cooking. That's where I find the most solace, the most kind of calmness. Right? There's a lot of things going on in my kitchen, but like it's where I'm most calm. Like whenever I'm cutting vegetables or doing this, cutting meats, whatever, like figuring out whether I mess up the food or not. It's just really nice. I put on some music. I make sure my roommate Misha Mitrofanov is not there, and I do whatever the hell I want in the kitchen. I remember there was this one weekend where like. There was 1 week where I was like on the ice for 7 days, whether or not it was like for training or for a show. Like I did a show, like I just didn't have time. So like this is Monday, I'm like, Miss Olga, Alexei, I'm taking today off. And literally I just went home and I was cooking for like 4 hours.
So what is your favorite recipe to cook, or what is your favorite cuisine?
I think it's difficult to say. It's a toss-up between Chinese and Italian. All right, so if I were to pick one from there, Chinese would be either mapo tofu or Hainanese chicken rice, and Italian would be either a spaghetti aglio e olio or the bolognese. That's something that I really like to make.
So for whom are you cooking usually? For your roommate?
Well, mostly from my roommate and myself, because we eat like dumpsters. Like we're literally intake food. Right? And he's a pear guy too, so like we just intake food like no other. And also just anybody that I care for, and only for the people that I care for. I don't just cook for strangers. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, in general, like, I think you got much more calm. You were a lot like the fun guy out there. Also, your hobbies with dancing, and were a little bit like, And now do you also see that you became more calm as a person?
I've gotten that a lot lately. I think it had. I think it kind of started like COVID time. I kind of realized that I am a homebody. Like I liked coming home. Like I just I got a taste of the domestic life.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked that, and it kind of chilled me out with the people that I was with. Don't get me wrong, like I still like.
You still can have fun, of course.
No, I have like I could be the life of the party, but I can't. Yeah, also I think it came with a little bit of maturity of where I want to use my energy.
Yeah.
Right, like I walk around like an old man, but I want to skate like a young man, and that's where it kind of really matters, right? And then same with like. You go to like a house party, or like my friends and I went to a couple of concerts this year. We lit it up.
Yeah.
But like if it's 150 miles an hour 24/7, that's gonna be exhausting.
Have to use your energy.
Yeah. Gotta use my energy wisely, right, and where it matters. So like if I'm just if I have that crackhead energy all the time, and then when it mattered, like with the friends or the people that I care about, like I'm just dead, and it's not fair to them, right? So
yeah, exactly. About your future, you're already coaching.
Yeah.
And do you see yourself in that field in the future? Or?
No.
I
really I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
But I want to find something else to be passionate about, right? I want to give back to the community.
Yeah.
Like hopefully I'm doing that a little bit right now.
Yeah.
But that like right now this is just to like kind of keep myself stable and kind of finance what I need to do in the future, whatever it is, right? Like it's a nice fallback plan, so I don't have to like live on somebody's couch,
Yeah.
It is something that I really enjoy. It's something that I love, but I want to do something else.
You have any idea? No, you just have. You have 3 more years, but you committed yourself. And,
I've spoken to a couple of a couple of parents about it. Like I'm thinking about getting into sports administration or sports management, because I was talking about like, oh, maybe like IT, computer science, or like you're not gonna like sitting behind. They're like you're too extroverted. Like you know how to talk to people too well. So I don't think like sitting behind a computer would be good. I'm like, you're right. Right. So I'm exploring a lot of different things, but with the coaching, I want to do it because I want to do it, not because I have to do it.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like that.
Good. I think that's it. We wish you a lot of luck for the future and hope to see you very soon again.
Thank you very much.